Hey, welcome in.
Welcome to the Arrowhead Addict podcast.
We are here coming to you live. Let me tell you, the dopamine, it's flowing.
I am damn excited. Damn excited.
We are so excited to be joining you guys tonight.
Oh! Well, how you doing, man? Patrick.
Will Sterling.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion, two-time Pro Bowler, and Trent Green. Trent Green, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Oh, he picked it up! He picked it up! He's gonna score! We'll see you next week, but until then, as always, go Chiefs.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Kingdom's Queens podcast. We are officially one day away from NFL kickoff, and I can't believe it. I am so excited. 2 days away from the Chiefs playing football, and the Chiefs are en route to Brazil as we speak. I don't think their plane has landed quite yet, but it should in a few hours. So that's super exciting. Quite a long flight they have down there, but it's only like a 2-hour time difference, which is crazy. Anyway, I am your host, Lexi.
Hey y'all, what's up? I am Jodi. It is great to be with y'all today. I am currently posting on our page. So if you are looking at Kingdom's Queens, go look at Arrowhead Addict right now. That is where we are live at right now if y'all are on Twitter, but I am reposting it so y'all can see us live in effect. It is so great to be here with y'all today. And I'm also, side note, distracted. I smell something burning.
I smell something burning.
Yeah. So I'm like,
what is it? Does it smell like a lightning bolt? Does it smell like a lightning bolt?
Hopefully I'm not on fire. Let's just say that. Because who knows what's happening.
You actually smell something burning.
I absolutely smell something.
I thought you were like doing like a cute Chiefs are on fire kind of thing.
No. Absolutely smells like a fire right now. It's okay. We'll see. Let's see how the show goes. We're here now. It is what it is. But yes, we are glad to be here with y'all today. Definitely glad to be here with y'all today. If you tapped into our show yesterday, there was a lot of things that we talked about, and then we are back today to just kind of cover the rest of the things that we were not able to really talk about yesterday. So, Lexi, if you would like to lead us off really quickly with the first topic, that would be fantastic.
Yes. Okay, so we got the news today, some NFL news for y'all that Red Zone, for all of you Red Zone lovers out there, Red Zone is officially going to be showing commercials now. And Ari Mirov, NFL Insider, just tweeted about what that's going to look like. So let me pull that up right quick here. Yeah, it's not popular amongst NFL fans. We already pay for the subscription, so it's like, why are you giving us commercials? But anything for extra money, right? And NFL said it's on them. It's not on ESPN, so don't go blaming ESPN. You can blame Roger Goodell and the NFL for this. So
the greedy NFL.
They gotta make their money where they can. And yeah, so it says, this is what Ari Mirov just posted a little bit ago. He said, ads are coming to NFL Red Zone. They will appear in a double box format. Viewers will hear the ad audio while Red Zone continues to run in the other box. The plan is to space out a limited number of ads throughout the 7+ hour. The NFL has contemplated this for over a year, and it has nothing to do with ESPN. So, yeah, so that kind of sucks, but maybe, I don't know. It's frustrating because I love Red Zone, but we'll give it a chance. We'll see what it's all about. We'll come back to you next week and give our feedback for that. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Of course, they need to make extra money because the NFL is so poor. They don't have any money.
Seriously, I think that is.
They're shaking for change out there. So
now, I will say I was looking earlier because it looks like they were talking about that on Pat McAfee's show today as well, because Scott Hansen was on there, of course, doing his little spiel, and they kind of show what it would look like. So I don't know if it's necessarily going to be like interrupted. Like from what you could kind of tell, it was like an ad that popped up on the screen, but it wasn't in the actual screen of the video. So like if it's like that, then okay, I'm cool with that. But as long as it's not like actual like turning the game off, turning a commercial on, I think that's where you're gonna kind of see some of those problems. But yeah, no, it looks like it's gonna be like a screen within a screen, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
it'll be one of your little
totally
screens
fine.
on there. Yeah.
I can ignore that. That doesn't bother me.
I'll
I'm
try.
totally
You know what I do hope is that Scott gets his bathroom breaks, because this man has been going every Sunday for however many years and goes 7 hours of commercial-free football and doesn't get a bathroom break. So I hope that this man gets his bathroom break at least for these commercials.
Maybe not. But we'll see.
Yeah, I have no idea how that'll go. But
real quick before we switch it to the next topic, just want to shout out Clint. I can't see his last name, but shout out to Clint who gave us $50.
It says Clint McKenzie on my end.
Cliff McKenzie, shout out to you for giving us a $50 tip today. We appreciate you and all of your proceeds that you are giving towards us, your favorite Kingdom Queens. So we are glad that you are tapping in with us tonight. We want you to know that we see you and we appreciate you. So thank you so much for that. So like Lexi said, I don't know if I didn't tell y'all this, but I'm truly depressed because I was supposed to land in Brazil this morning around like 9:50 a.m. and I canceled my flight yesterday. That doesn't matter, but I'm not there. I am still in Kansas City, Missouri, where my allergies are trying to kill me. The weather can't figure out who it's want to be. Very, very depressed, but it's okay because I'm good with watching the Chiefs game here in Kansas City. So yeah, those guys, they land in a couple of hours. It's so funny. Chiefs fans are the funniest people I've ever seen because the fact that we have pulled up the flight tracker and we are stalking the flight from inside all the way to Sao Paulo is the funniest thing that I've ever seen. So I'm just so glad that we are who we are and we're just genuinely true to who we are, what we do. Yeah, so I saw Mr. Beast did quote tweet that he bought the NFL.
Yeah, he didn't buy the NFL. I don't know what he's talking about.
He's just trolling. Now, I will say, I know this isn't like on our list of things to talk about today, but if you didn't notice, the NFL is doing something very different this year to where they are tapping into a whole bunch of influencers. So where I don't hate that, I don't love that they're getting rid of some people who actually went to school for journalism. To replace them with people who just have a ton of followers. So like where I get it, these people have great engagement. They bring people and all of these lovely things. That's super cool. But like getting rid of the people who have been doing the ground root work for years to bringing it TikTok or YouTube influencer, I'm like, interesting.
The only thing I like kind of understand is I guess that because the game is going to be streamed on YouTube for free around the world. So I guess that's why they're bringing like the biggest YouTubers on to the promo or whatever it is for. Yeah. But it's just a whole new world we're in. And it is like the YouTubers that are the most famous. And it's like but there's still going to be like actual, like the actual NFL reporters. Like they're still going to be there covering the game. So this is just kind of, I think, promo for it. Mr. Beast has an insane following. I've never gotten into his content, but he has a huge following there, and he's very rich. So good thing they're paying him more.
And I will say, like, it's just a lot. But I will say, like, I definitely get like the concept of where they're going. It's and we've talked several times about how like now to watch an NFL game is so freaking hard. Like I remember living in Texas and being so upset because Chiefs games were blocked out because they weren't in the market. And I'm like, how the heck do I watch a game? I literally have to pay to watch a Chiefs game. And unless you're in the market, it can be so freaking expensive to just watch your favorite team every week. So I really hope that there's a way that they can like figure that out. I'm sitting here debating back and forth on if I'm going to purchase Sunday ticket. In my mind, I'm like, I'm absolutely purchasing Sunday ticket, but then I'm also like, Sunday ticket costs like almost $400 a month. I mean,
Yeah.
$400 for the package.
For the
And
thing.
that's
For the
just
yeah.
like
For
wildly
the season.
insane.
Right.
That's like wildly insane for me to kind of grasp as a concept. So I'm trying to figure it out. As y'all know, me and Lexi are more than just Chiefs fans. We just love the NFL. So like we watch all NFL games every single week. So
Right.
not being able to see every game will be very tough. But you know, I guess I have about 48 hours to figure out if I'm going to spend $400.
Right. I think I'm gonna give it like the first week and see how it goes, and then I'm gonna decide like what I want to do for watching. And because they change it every year, and it's like I don't know what to prepare for at this point. So
Absolutely.
I don't, we're just gonna roll with it. They stream on like every single platform you could ever stream on. So like
Absolutely.
one game will be on Amazon Prime, one's on YouTube, it's ridiculous.
It's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, so like we said, we are finally at week 1, baby. We got football starting tomorrow, but we only care about the Friday game. So Chiefs versus Chargers on Friday night in Brazil, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time kickoff. If you're in Brazil, that is a 9 p.m. kickoff for you. A lot of people don't realize this, which this is something I kind of figured out as we were like routing our trip while we were going to be in Brazil, even though we're not there anymore. Yes, from the airport to the hotel, it was an hour drive. And I was like, dang, really? And it's not that it's like a far distance. It's just the amount of locals and people that are in the city. The traffic is insane.
Yeah.
So there's 2 hotels, right? There's the Fan Hotel and then there's the Team Hotel where they're staying at. The Fan Hotel and the Team Hotel, believe it or not, are not far apart from each other. They're only like, I think it was like less than 5 miles from each other. However, the drive from one hotel to the other hotel was anywhere between 30 and 45 minutes. And that was just solely based off the traffic that was there. We were having a conversation because we were trying to route, like, how are we going to get from the Team Hotel to the stadium? And so we're like Googling and like looking up cars and all of this. And we're like, there's no way it's a 2-hour commute.
Were you guys going to drive there, or were you going to like get an Uber? I don't even know what you do there.
Driver.
Yeah.
So like, in the United States, you call a driver, they pick you up, they drop you off.
Right.
There is, you call an Uber. So even when we were planning to like get the car to come and get us, it was a 2-hour drive from the hotel to the stadium. And we were like, what? There's no way. And it literally was like, we had a whole long group chat discussion because we were like, there's no way it's a 2-hour commute. Like, they would never do that. When they went to the Super Bowl in Las Vegas, they didn't even stay 2 hours away from the stadium. And so like, that was kind of a conversation that like having, because it's like, how do you stay hype as a team when you got a 2-hour commute?
Right.
Right? Like, how do you, and not saying like they're not going to be motivated because it's week 1 and you're overseas and this is like something that's monumental, but like, how do you keep that motivation? It's almost like a rain delay in a sense, right? Like if you have a lightning delay and now it's like, okay, we were all hype and now we got to go back and
for
the lightning strikes to stop.
That is big on your team leaders there. That's big on your vets. That's big on Mahomes, Kelsey, Chris Jones, and now Trent McDuffie, Creed Humphrey. Those guys have to keep their fellow teammates motivated and fired up. And I think once they get to the stadium and feel the vibes, I think it's going to refire them all back up. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. The NFL, they're going to eventually do a game in Australia, and that's going to be an entire mess because that's like a whole day of travel. I mean, it's just, and even to Brazil, it's a whole day of travel, and they literally lose a day. Now, the Chargers are already there. They got there yesterday, which I think is interesting. But if you guys remember when the Chiefs played in Germany 2 or 3 years ago, whatever it was, the Dolphins went an entire week early, and the Chiefs only went like 2 days early. And the Chiefs ended up playing a lot better. So take that for what it's worth, but I don't know. I think there has been some confusion too in the comments. How do we watch the Chiefs game? It will just be on the YouTube app. Like, you don't have to download YouTube TV or anything like that. It's just the YouTube app. That's where the game will be. If you're local, I think it'll be broadcast somewhere local as well. But
It'll be on local TV if you're here in Kansas City, but YouTube is free. YouTube.com. Y'all. It'll be super easy for you.
Really, YouTube.com, yeah.
And I have YouTube TV right now, and it's so funny because they're like, do you want to turn on an alert for the for the Chiefs Chargers game? And I'm like, yes. And it's like, do you want me to also remind you on your cell phone? I'm like, yes. All the alerts. Give me
as if you'd forget.
As if I'm going to be watching the game from home in the first place.
Right.
So, yes, but no, you will definitely be able to just get on YouTube.
Okay, yes. So it'll be on.
It's going to be on local TV here in Kansas City. You guys know 41 is the station that plays every single Chiefs game, and they've done that for like year or so now. So,
and if you're in LA, it'll be local there too. So,
yeah, you're good. You're good. And plus, it's the only NFL game on Friday. So that should really help with being able to find it, unless there's something else happening on TV. So, anyway, let's kind of get into this matchup for Friday. Again, we did talk a little bit about it yesterday. But let's talk about, so yesterday, and we'll just go over this super quickly. We kind of talked about what are the things that we're looking forward to most of seeing in this game? Like, what is our offensive line going to look like against their defensive line? What is their offensive line going to look like against our defensive line? What is Patrick Mahomes going to look like? What are these receivers going to look like? What are the Chargers secondary going to look like if Patrick is, going high and throwing down the middle like he normally does? What are these matchups looking like? Like, which players are we most excited to see? Now, Najee Harris, he was on the injury report, but they said today that he's definitely going to play on Friday. So he's someone that we can expect. As you guys know, Jalen Royals is going to be out for this Friday, and he did not travel with the team, which is kind of expected. But, Andy Reid did say yesterday that he was feeling super positive and optimistic about Hollywood Brown, which is great because him being able to be active this Friday means that Jalen Royals can take a few more weeks to just really heal up and be ready to go when it's time for him to have his moment. So those are just kind of some of the things that we recapped yesterday. But, if you have to sit down right now and think about what are your three keys to this game, what are some of the keys to this game that you think the Chiefs need to do to be able to pull out this win in Brazil?
I think to start, my favorite matchup when we play the Chargers in this era is always Derwin James and Travis Kelce. That is must-see TV. Absolutely. Those guys know each other like the back of their hands. Derwin will make some plays on Travis. Travis will make some plays on Derwin. That's just one of my favorite matchups. That's one to watch. He is one of the most elite DBs in the league. And Travis is one of the most elite tight ends in the league. And it's just a great matchup every single time. So be looking out for that one. I think a key to the game, they are going to try to run the ball down our throats. This might come back to bite me, but it hasn't in the past. But I don't fear Najee Harris. I don't know, and especially coming off. I don't. I think Omarion Hampton. I think he's the one to look out for. He's their rookie running back they took in the first round.
Correct. And Najee Harris is coming off of an injury. Yeah. Can you see? What's happening?
Do you have vision to run?
What's happening? How did you hurt your eye?
But I do think our D line needs to have a big game. So I'm definitely looking for them to be stopping the run, linebackers as well. Ladd McConkey and Trent McDuffie, that's going to be a fun matchup. That's who their biggest threat is on offense. That's their biggest weapon. He had a phenomenal rookie season. We'll see how he does his sophomore year. But he and Justin clearly have great rapport. They clearly have a great connection. So Ladd McConkey, Trent McDuffie, I'm looking forward to that. Those are my first few keys I can think of. Do you want to add on to those?
Yeah. Just kind of talking about Najee Harris. I don't know what's expected to come out of that. I would not be surprised. I don't think they're going to disrespect Najee Harris and not have him start, but I would not be surprised if you saw Omarion Hampton come in rather quickly.
Honestly.
Just depending on what Najee's production looks like.
Right.
Ladd McConkey, that's somebody who I feel like if I know Spags, that's probably going to be somebody that they double team. So, I mean, that dude is a dog. And Trey McDuffie is really good. But, I mean, you can never have too much coverage when it comes to somebody like that. It's not like they have a ton of guys on their team who are, like, just, like, somebody.
Guys that take the top off. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like if anything, I do feel like they may focus more on that running game. And if
that's what I think.
Go back to like our preseason, it was something that we still kind of weren't great at in the beginning. So I will say, like, Nick Bolton is definitely going to be like a big factor in this game. You see what the game looks like when he's not in it. You see what it looks like when Drew Tranquill is not in it. So them two being able to be on that defensive line, they should definitely be able to help control what that run looks like. Having Charles Omenihu is somebody who's going to play for the whole season as of right now. He didn't play last week at the beginning of the year. So having him on one side of the edge and Chris Jones and George on the other side, like that should be really good as well. And hopefully we're able to the goal is to make Justin Herbert throw the ball. And I think that where some rust will be coming off in the very beginning, I feel like the first half of the game and the second half of the game are going to look completely different. Just because I think they finally get their motor right. They're going to start finally feeling kind of like up to game speed. We talked about this for a little bit yesterday too. Justin Herbert did not play in any preseason games this year, which is something that I don't understand. Like, yes, Lexi said it yesterday. He's somebody that is somewhat of like injury prone, but that doesn't mean that you still don't go out there and play at least like a snap or two. Like, and it's not even it's more than just taking the first hit. It's remembering where the clock is on the field, making sure you got your count right.
Yeah.
All of the things. Like, it's bigger than that. So not doing that at all.
And I know that like Harbaugh is a very good week one coach, right? But with his style of smash mouth football, I am shocked that he didn't make Justin Herbert go out there. He is old school. Like, I'm shocked he didn't make Justin Herbert go out there and play a few snaps in at least one of the games. That's very surprising to me. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you can expect them to start a little bit slower just because he hasn't had any real game reps. And then Ladd McConkey was out until beginning of August. Like, he missed most of training camp. That's their biggest weapon. So I don't know. I expect to see a lot of run game early on. I think both teams know each other very well. Of course, we play each other twice a year, but two different teams every year. You got a new team. I don't know. I'm just like ready to start the game. I just want to see. I think the Chiefs are going to start with a message. Like, I think they are going to be out there and going to be a force, like right off the bat. So
I know that, like, I don't
know the same for them.
I know I'm expecting the Chargers to like run the ball, but I'm actually really hoping that the Chiefs run the ball. I feel like the last couple of seasons we've been like, oh my God, you see Andy Reid continue to like get away from the running game. Like, you got to be consistent with it, and we need to be even on both sides of the ball when it comes to throwing the ball and running the ball. And I really just hope that he sticks with the run game consistently. If you see that, you know, Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt are not getting the yardage at the beginning that you're hoping that they get, you can't give up on it halfway. We can't have Pat throwing 75 times in a game. Now, I will say I'm very excited that Isaiah Pacheco is 100% healthy. Like, he looks great out there right now. So I do think that that also is going to be a difference maker. Like, he looks really good. He's light on his feet. He's like out there. Kareem Hunt now has had like a full season with the Chiefs, a full training camp with us. He didn't get camped last year. So, I mean, I think he's been able to really get like tuned up so he can be that third down back, that red zone back. So I really just hope that like this year we are able to make them afraid of our run game. You got to make them afraid of the run game so Pat can throw the ball 30 and 40 yards down the field. So I would say that's definitely one of my biggest keys to the game when it comes to the offense is don't give up on the run game. Like, don't get started early and stay consistent with it.
I want to add to that too, because it was very, very clear that the Eagles did not respect our run game in the Super Bowl, right? Like they didn't respect it at all. So that kind of screwed our entire game plan over because they didn't respect it. They showed it, and Andy went away from it really, really quickly. And we also play them week 2, and they're going to be watching our film. So we kind of need them to establish that run game and make them respect it. Make teams know they have to respect that at least, because otherwise your offense is cooked. And we saw how that went. So
absolutely,
I really hate that we have to play the Eagles so early on. I wish that was like a little bit further down the road, just because we haven't, I mean, neither team has changed. I mean, we've changed a lot, but like, you know, it hasn't been that long since we last played each other. So
yeah, no, literally. Well, I mean, that's usually how it goes. I mean, that used to be how it used to be back in the day. You go to the Super Bowl and then you play that team week 1. So, I mean, that's how it used to be back in the day.
Right.
But anyway, I would say I think my very next keys to the game would be, God dang it, what was I just getting ready to say? I want us to be able. Nope, I lost it. This is how I can tell I'm tired. Like I lost my train of thought.
I know.
No, I would say I think our very next key to the game would definitely need to be just kind of like our defensive line, ensuring that they're getting Justin Herbert on the ground. So yes, we don't want to be able to respect their run game. We want to be able to make Justin have to hold that ball and throw that ball down the field. But the only way that this is going to happen is if we're getting more than pressure. We know this team can pressure. That ain't an issue. That's never been an issue. We can get pressures all day. But if you're not getting the man on the ground, then what are we doing? So I think, and you spoke about this a little bit yesterday, they understand that like they did not get the amount of sacks that they wanted last season. And I would say one of my concerns, even just specifically watching the 3rd preseason game, I was like, okay, whole lot of pressure, nobody on the ground. Hit the man, get a man on the ground. And we're still not seeing that. So not only is that something that I want to see in week 1, I want to see that literally throughout this season. Like I want to see Chris Jones have a double-digit sack this season.
But I think,
and I want him to be able to do, because George Karlaftis is out there creating that pressure. Charles is coming from the other side of the line with Charles and Minihue. Chris Jones can be double teamed and triple teamed, but he shouldn't be, right? Some of the other guys on the line should be taking some of that pressure off of him, because they're also being that daggum impactful too. So that is also an effort for me from the defensive line. Everybody needs to be able to get to the quarterback.
I think something important that Trent McDuffie said in his one of his final pressers the other day, he said the defense all preseason really hasn't gotten a chance to play many snaps together. They kind of did in the last game versus the Bears. And that's when you saw, and now the Bears have a very revamped offensive line. That's when you saw Chris Jones, Charles Menahue were immediately able, like within a few snaps, to get Caleb Williams on the ground, which is a really promising sign to me. So I think as long as we're seeing the full defense at their full capacity, hopefully, like they know what they need to work on. George Karlaftis spoke to it yesterday or the other day. He said, we know we got pressure. We couldn't get the quarterback down. They were getting the ball out too quick, or they were, whatever it was. And it's just all about capitalizing, because like 3 years ago, they almost led the league in sacks, second to Philly. So they can do it. We have the capabilities. Mike Dana loves sacking Justin Herbert, so I would love to see a Mike Dana sack on Justin Herbert. He just tends to have his number for whatever reason, and so I'm hoping we get a Mike Dana sack. I think we'll get a Chris Jones sack. And the Chargers lost their starting left tackle in Rashawn Slater, and now they moved Joe Alt. They moved Joe Alt.
Good though. Joe Alt is really good.
But now they have a weak right tackle.
Correct.
A weaker right tackle, right? So George Karlaftis should be feasting.
Correct. And CJ. They both should be feasting over on that side.
They all should be feasting, but
absolutely. So I mean, we'll see how they've been able to adjust to, having an injury on your offensive line and having to make it work out. We know that story all too well. So we'll definitely see that. Now, I will say, I think another key to this game, and we saw it, oh God, my brain, week 1 of the preseason. It's special teams. I think it was the first, yes, preseason game week 1 when the special teams came out, they got the turnover immediately. Immediately. And then Pat had one drive, 1 yard, 6 points, right? So I think our special teams, those dudes have been on fire nonstop for like a consecutive, like
5 years now.
Consecutive. I can't even think like how far back. Like they have always been humming and like flying off the line, flying off the ball. So I think our special teams is going to be they always make or break the game. They are the difference maker in every single game when I think about it. So I would love to see them come out and be on fire just as they were.
Special teams has won us multiple Super Bowls. So give Dave Tobe every flower you can find because that man is incredible.
Absolutely.
And I firmly agree. And I don't see our special teams dipping. I will say Chargers does have an elite special teams too. They definitely do. So
I wouldn't say they're more elite than the Chiefs. I would say they're
no. I wouldn't say more than the Chiefs, but I'd say they're good. They're gonna.
Yeah, I would say they're good. Yeah, I'm not gonna call them.
We can get them to make some mistakes. I think so.
Absolutely,
yeah,
I do think they're good. I'll give them their respect there. I won't call them elite, but I'll say they're good. I think
very good.
I think we have one of the best special teams in the NFL, and I'm not being a homer when I say that.
No, I agree. I don't even know who I would say. I don't know if there's a special teams I would take over ours.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of it.
We'll get back to that in a few weeks. But
right. Give me some time. Give me till week 4, okay? At least till week 4. Okay, so when you think of this game, who do you think scores the first touchdown? And then my next question is, who is your offensive and defensive X factor that we need going into this game?
So I said it yesterday. I'm going to stick with it. I think it's going to be Pacheco. I just see it. I you know what I see is I see a deep ball to Worthy that gets us within the red zone. And then I see a beautiful handoff to Pacheco through our revamped offensive line. And he's just going to carry that ball. And that's my prediction.
Yeah, that was my prediction yesterday too. I think it's also going to be Isaiah Pacheco, but I do have a very high feeling that it could be Kareem Hunt, even if it's that same.
It totally could.
I think it could be either one of them. I do think the first touchdown is going to be a rushing touchdown. So I think, like, if I had to say, like, would it be Pat running it in? Would it be Pat throwing it? Or would it be Pat passing it off? I would say I think it would be a rushing touchdown. So that's kind of my same thought process there.
I do think, like, if it ends up being a passing, I think it'd be hilarious if it was like Robert Tonyan or something like that.
Oh, my God. Not week 1. Not the very first touch. No. Go put points on the board. Get the ball to the defense. Get the ball back. We can't have nothing cute in the first 2 minutes of the daggum game. So who is your X factor on the defense? Who is your X factor on the offense? Well, let's start defense. Who's your X factor on the defense?
X factor on defense. I'm going to go. I've been thinking about it. I'm back and forth. I'm going to go George Karlaftis.
Why?
I think that man needs to have himself a great game. You just got paid. I think he is poised to have a really big season, for one. I think he's done all the right things you can do in the offseason. He's been training with Tamba. He's going to be pushing that weaker side of their O-line. I think he needs to be a game wrecker, and he has all of the tools he needs to be a game wrecker. So he's speedy. He's quick off the line. I think George. He's my defensive X factor for this game.
Okay, I think my defensive X factor is Nick Bolton.
I had a feeling you were going to say him or Drew.
Besides the fact that it's Mizzou.
Right.
I 100% think it needs to be Nick Bolton. I think Chiefs fans kind of got shook when they seen what happens to the game when he's not in it. And how he's able to really, he's the green dot. And that makes him the most important person on the field at the time. 2, if we're already saying that we think that every single team this season is going to run the ball down our throats, we see what happens when him and Drew are there together. Nick Bolton is absolutely my X factor on the defense for this game. I need you to just get in the way, and you, Naughty, whoever, please make sure you stop the run, because that's going to be very crucial going into this game.
You know, we have so many pass chargers on this defense. We have Jerry Tillery. We have Christian Fulton, who we just got. We have Drew Tranquil, who used to be a Charger. I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah,
so,
he loves being angry against them. So
he does. He's very petty. So I think he could
Drew Tranquil.
I hope I can watch too.
I hope I can say that he was the MVP for this week.
For this game. We will give like our star players of the game for offense and defense next week. So
who is your offensive X factor of the week? Or
this is a tough one. Man, I'm gonna go. God, I don't want to put all the pressure on them, but it's got to be the left side of the line. Josh Simmons, Kingsley. Those two need to be on their stuff right off the bat, because they are going to be thrown into the gauntlet within the first, freaking 4 weeks. We have this D-line. You have Khalil Mack. Then you have the Eagles, who want to kill us again. Then you have the Giants, who have a phenomenal defensive front. Then
we're talking about the Chargers.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I think these two need to get off to a great start. I'm sorry to say two of them. I'll say more so Josh Simmons.
I'm not worried about Josh.
No, I'm not worried about him. I think he just needs to be the X factor of the offense this week. I think he needs to feel that. I think he needs to get his confidence right away. And so he's kind of my X factor. I think you can definitely go. There's so many ways you can go, but that's kind of mine right
now. My X factor for the offense is going to be Xavier Worthy. He's stepping into a really big role this week.
Yeah.
I think
this is his time to shine.
If you don't think about Travis Kelce, I think Xavier Worthy is the second most important person on this offense. Mm-hmm. One, besides the fact that he's fast as hell, he's going to be able to create that openness, that separation. He's going to be able to get people to want to. The Chargers secondary should have multiple eyes on him at all times. Mm-hmm. And because of that should create opportunities for the Hollywood Browns.
Right.
For the
Juju.
For the everybody else.
Tyquan Thornton. Yeah, right.
Not even them, but even like
Juju
Noah Grays. You know what I mean? So I think that he needs to play lots of snaps this week. I just think he needs to just be out there running in circles, actually. Just go run in circles in the secondary and then let everybody else play the game. I think this week that he's going to have to be just kind of like that distraction. Like, I want Pat to get everybody shaking in their boots. That very first drive, if the offensive line is giving Pat 4 or 5 seconds out there, that's the longest he's had in a very long time to hold the ball. Xavier Worthy got 4 3 2. He should be all the way down there, even if it's a 30-yard bomb on the first drive. And, their secondary is creeping up on us because they don't respect the run. Great, go burn everybody in that secondary. So I'm saying that Xavier Worthy, he needs to have a really big depending on what he looks like this week, depends on how the rest of the offense flows. Now, granted, we know Andy Reid, everybody's going to have 4 total targets. So they're going to spread the ball around very, very well. So you're not going to know where the ball is going. But I think they need to. I wanted this last year. I wanted Xavier Worthy on the left side, Hollywood Brown on the right side, Rashee Rice somewhere in the middle playing hopscotch with Travis, and they have no clue what is happening and where the ball is going. So that's just kind of like, I can't wait till we get that come week 6, 7, until week 7. But that's just kind of like where my thought process is.
And I agree. I think Worthy needs to be able to put that fear into defenses. He needs to make them respect him, because that's the way we get our offense flowing. I do agree with that for sure.
He deserves the Tyreek Hill respect.
Yeah.
And so it's time for them to start using.
I think he'll earn it. He'll earn it. I think his route running's improved. I think a lot of things he's done to his game have improved this offseason. So and we know what we saw at the end of the Super Bowl. Like, we know Mahomes is he's gonna give him a few shots for sure to go deep. And I'm very excited for that.
And I mean, we'll see. I can't wait. So I mean, that's my defensive and my offensive X factor. And I'm just kind of like, all right, like that's where I think, yes, it needs to go. So let's do score predictions at the very end. This is something we used to do all last season. We know that y'all are new here, and we welcome you. Also, if you're listening right now on YouTube, take a moment, hit the thumbs up. If you are listening on Twitter, go ahead and retweet. Anyway, so we're getting into the fun part of the show where we kind of do our wins and our losses. Not saying the rest of the show wasn't fun, but we're going to kind of do some, not necessarily score predictions, but like who we think wins every single week. So excited for week 1 of the NFL. Thursday night football, and we are not going over all of these games, just so you know. But I'm definitely going to pick some games out of all of this list. Thursday night football opens up in Philadelphia, who will not be celebrating Banner Night with their fans because they're too good for it.
Oh, Nick Sirianni didn't know it's Banner Night, so
sure he knew. Like, what? Imagine winning the Super Bowl but being too good to celebrate Banner Night with your fans who probably spent more than $500 on their ticket to be at that game. Y'all can't stand out there and celebrate with your team. Yeah, y'all had the parade.
I'm just going to say Bill Belichick didn't even go that far to be like, I didn't know it's Banner Night. Like, he and Jalen Hurts are so corny the way they're just like, they like can't be bothered to like celebrate or be excited about their win. It's so bizarre.
And this is why they won't win another season. Right. They're not gonna make it back this year.
No, so, it's gonna backfire and it'll be hilarious. We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah. God don't like ugly. Okay. Cowboys in Philadelphia Thursday night football, 7:20 p.m. Kansas City time. Who do you have winning this game? Now, if you guys don't know, Michael Parsons is no longer a Cowboy. He now plays for the Packers.
Right.
Because they're just a terrible organization.
Because Jerry Jones is unserious. I'm going to give the Eagles their respect. I'm going to give them the win.
Eagles are absolutely winning this game. There's no question about that. You don't care about that team enough to dive more into it. No. Now we get into the Sunday slate a little bit.
Favorites. It's a good lineup.
Steve, I think it's a great lineup because we don't know who sucks. So it's not like week 10 and we don't know what teams are bad yet. And we haven't had football in a really long time.
Yeah, so it's just exciting.
I'm going to watch. Being very transparent.
Everyone has potential right now.
Yes. Okay. Raiders at Patriots at noon. Who wins this game? So Patriots are rolling with Drake May. Raiders are running with Geno Smith. Pete Carroll is their new head coach, new quarterback. Lots of newness. Max Crosby.
Vrabel in New England now. I went Patriots.
I'm a huge Vrabel fan. So
I am too. I went Patriots on this one.
Yep, I got the Patriots winning this game. I just think the Raiders should lose every game they play this season. So when we go to the next game for the noon slate, we got Steelers at Jets. Lots of newness happening in Steelers country too. Who's the quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers.
That's right. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers having his reuniting with the Jets back at MetLife. Noon.
I went Steelers on this one.
The quarterback is what's his name? The boy who played for the Bears.
Justin Fields.
That's the quarterback. I'm like, what's the boy's name? Yeah, I also have. The Steelers are very confusing.
They are.
But I have them winning this game as well. Mind you, I did not write any of this off. I'm kind of just going as I read. The next game at noon, Dolphins at Colts. Tyreek Hill was not named a captain this year. That was kind of funny. Because the team is like, you're not going to disrespect us. We remember everything you did last offseason. Ha ha, you're not a captain.
Not good.
Tua's still there playing football, and the Colts, who's throwing the ball? Oh, Danny Dimes is throwing the ball for the Colts because, yeah, it's just a lot going on there, too. Who do you have winning this game?
I went Dolphins. I don't believe in the Colts this season. I could be off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe in the Dolphins either, though. So
yeah, I definitely have the Dolphins winning.
Do you know? I read a stat. I think the Colts haven't won a Week 1 game since 2013. So
that's kind of funny. All right, the next noon game is Cardinals Saints. I don't think there's any noon games that I just necessarily have to watch. The next noon game is Cardinals at Saints.
I went Cardinals.
Definitely Cardinals. I don't know how many games the Saints are going to win this year, just being very honest. The next game, which this one should be good, a nice little division game, Giants at Commanders at noon.
This is my big upset of the week.
Who's throwing the ball in New York?
Russ, Danger Russ.
Oh, I forgot him and Jameis and all of them.
I think they are a sleeper team. They are my sleeper team this year. I could be wrong. I think Commanders might go in there thinking they're just going to win it kind of easily.
You mean the Giants going there?
Well,
this
yeah.
Game is in Washington.
I think I have the Giants upsetting them. That's my upset of the week.
Okay. Yeah, I have the Commanders winning this one.
They probably will, but I think there's a chance. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm actually excited for this one.
Nothing wrong with that. No, that should be a good noon game.
Yeah.
Next game, Panthers at Jags at noon.
I have Jags just because it's home game. I don't know.
An ugly game.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know, that would be my upset. I would see the Panthers beating the Jags.
Very well could be. Mm-hmm.
Based off of like the energy that the Panthers had at the end of last season. They ended the season on a high note going into a new game. Ending the year. Mm-hmm. We'll see what Bryce Young and co can do, but that would be my upset if anything. The next noon game, this one should be pretty good too. Bengals at Browns. Another division game. I'm actually surprised about the amount of division games that are happening today. This Sunday. God bless.
Yeah.
But Bengals at Browns.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
I'm like, who's the quarterback for the Browns this week? Who knows?
Flacco.
Oh, I know. For this week.
Yeah, for this week.
All right. I think the Bengals win this. Now, I know that they have a history of always losing like their first 2 games of the season and starting off slow, but they've had a whole bunch of and their defense is terrible. But they paid a lot of guys on this offense, so I expect them to put 50 points up if they want to win this game. Because the Browns defense is definitely going to be flying off the line. Another division game, Bucks at Falcons.
I'm just high on the Bucks this year. I'm taking the Bucks.
Yep, I'm a big Baker fan.
Yeah.
So I'm going Bucks as well. Finally into the 3 p.m. slate, Titans at Broncos.
I'm taking the Broncos there.
Yeah, I'm going Broncos.
It's a tall task for Cam Ward for his first game. That's a good defense.
Yeah, that's not fun for him. In Broncos country, where every time you drop the ball, they yell, "Hey, go, please." Yeah. The next 3 p.m. game is Niners and Seahawks. Should be
I have the Niners taking that one. I think it'll be a good game, but I think the Niners take it. I think they're going to be on a bit of like a revenge tour in a way.
I mean, they should be, but they're not healthy.
Their receiver core is terrible, so I'm worried about that.
Yeah.
But I think they'll take it because I also don't know what to expect from Sam Darnold there on the Seahawks.
Yeah.
But the Seahawks looked good. They might be all right. I don't know. I'm taking the Niners. Could go either way.
The only reason why I'm picking the Seahawks is because it's a home game. So
I get that. Yeah.
Actually, the only reason. I'm like, that's the only reason, actually.
They have a great home crowd for sure.
I think if this game was reversed, which it will be later in the year, that the Niners would win it. This might be my favorite 325 game. Lions at Packers.
I would have taken the Lions, but I'm going to be fun and take the Packers since they got Parsons. I think they're going to have a revamped kind of feel to them. I think they're going to have like a little bit of extra motivation with him there. So I'm going to go Packers.
That back injury seemed just fine to me. I'm going, go Pack, go. Ain't that what they sing? Go. And I just love Matthew Golden. Big fan of him. So I'm definitely going Packers.
Yeah.
Packers win the division.
Yeah.
The next 325 game, Texans at Rams.
I am also very high on the Rams this year, and I'm going to take the Rams.
Yeah, I'm really.
I'm going to pray for Matthew Stafford's back with that Texas D line because that's going to his O line.
Yeah, if you take one bad hit, it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
But that Texans O line is awful.
It is, and the Rams D line is
good, and they tried to kill CJ last year.
Yeah, so
I'm definitely going Rams here, just because it's a home game. But I think this is going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be low scoring. I think there's going to be interceptions on both sides of the ball. There might be a defensive pick six in this game. I don't know. That will be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The best game on Sunday is Ravens at Bills Sunday Night Football.
So I'm going to be honest here.
I love this matchup
so much. It's always a fun game.
So much. I love that it's week 1. I can't wait to sit back and just talk about both teams the whole entire game and be like, oh my God, that's what their defense looks like. Oh my God, that's what their receivers look like. Oh my God, that's what their run games looks like. Oh my God, they got that many penalties. I can't wait to be the most judgmental person in the world.
It's such a fun hate watch. It's so exciting. So the Bills, in my opinion, have like the most cakewalk schedule I have ever seen. Have you looked at their first 6 games?
Yes, they have like the
Oh my God.
They should have the 1 seed this year.
They should for that reason. However, this game in particular, I think the Bills have the edge on a lot of bad teams this year, of course.
Absolutely.
I'm fully sold on all of their offseason moves. I think they try to get younger at defense. I've seen some concern from their fans online about how their defense will actually look when it's all put together. They've had a lot of injury bugs kind of hit them. I'm not sold on their receivers. I like the Bills' run game. However, the Ravens kind of stayed together. I think their defense got better. I don't know if their offense got better. I think it kind of stayed the same, which is fine because their offense was elite last year. I'm going Ravens. They're going to go in there, get back from that playoff game, and go get the win.
Yeah, I definitely have the Ravens winning this game. And I can't wait. Now,
I want both teams to lose, but you
would think that the Bills would win though, because Josh Allen was voted as the MVP, but Lamar Jackson was still ranked higher than him when you look at the NFL top 100. So you think that would maybe give him a little bit more motivation. But both teams are very healthy going into this game. Well, I will say the Ravens won't have Isaiah Likely. Okay. But I don't think that's enough to stop. That's not enough to stop them from going in there. And DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins was with them for a whole training camp. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure they're going to throw the ball to that man.
Yeah.
So I definitely have the Ravens winning this game. I could be totally wrong here. I got the Ravens winning.
They could each win it, but I think the Ravens win it too.
Yeah, it's going to be a very hostile environment. I will say the Bills are probably feeling some like what are the feelings when you're sad? What are they called?
What are you trying to say?
I know, I'm so tired. This is their last like home opener in this stadium.
Oh yeah. Sentimental.
Yeah, that's fine. They'll probably be feeling sentimental. because this is their last home game in this stadium. But I still think they take it out. So, like, it's going to be a sad day for them. Now, I also think because, the Chiefs are going to have the 1 seed this year. These two teams will maybe come. Whoever wins this game loses in the playoffs. So.
Fair. Yeah.
But I have I don't know, man. I probably go run that take back in 17 weeks. Let's talk about it again in 17 weeks, guys. But
there you go.
I have the Ravens.
A lot will change throughout the season.
So much will change between now and then. And then Monday Night Football, which should be interesting. Vikings versus
I'm
Bears.
excited for it. I think it'll be good.
I don't know what I think about this game. I'm just here to see Luther Burton. And that's it.
I'm excited to see JJ McCarthy. They put all of their stock in him. They traded away Sam Darnold, who did well for them last year.
Crazy.
I'm gonna go with a Vikings win over the Bears for some reason. I'm not fully sold on what I saw from the Bears in their preseason game against us. Now, granted, it's preseason, but the starters did not look great. I think they'll need a little bit of time to get used to the system with Ben Johnson. In my opinion, I think they could be good later on, but I just think right off the bat, I think the Vikings might be more ready. And their defense is really good. Offensive line is really good. Receivers are great. They won't have Jordan Addison, however, but I don't know. I think the Vikings take this one.
The Bears should win this game.
They should, but will.
Caleb Williams has so many freaking weapons.
He has so many weapons. It's unbelievable, actually.
Way more than the Vikings have this week.
Yeah.
Jordan Addison's suspended. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which means if they're smart, they're double teaming Justin Jefferson. But the Vikings have a really good run game. I don't think the Bears can stop the run game. The Bears should win this game. I don't think they are. I don't know.
It's a tough one.
There's a lot of newness. The Vikings will win. I'm trying to think of a reason.
I don't know. Yeah. I think it'll be a good game. I have no idea.
The Bears should win this game. They should win this game. Oh, I don't know if you know, Luther Burden has changed his number for the 3rd time.
I saw that.
I was like, what are you doing, Luther? What are you doing?
But okay.
Why are you changing your number? But no, I have the Vikings winning this game this week. So, I mean, you can't ask for more, right? We're back in football season. There's going to be a lot of great games this week. There's going to be a lot of people are going to get exposed. I know the fact that it's just week 1 and you got to let people tune up and you got to give people a chance. Y'all don't ever give that much grace to Kansas City. So everybody got to be on all cylinders running.
Listen, if the Chiefs lose, our season's over, according to everyone else. So,
and I'll see you at Arrowhead week 2.
Right.
So, yeah, very interesting. So we have this matchup on Friday night. Kansas City Chiefs versus where did they used to be?
San Diego.
I don't know what I was about to say. I was like, LA?
They're in LA.
I know they're in LA. I'm like a different part of California. The Kansas City Chiefs play the San Diego Chargers this week in Brazil. LA. We already talked about matchups. We already talked about keys to winning. What's your score prediction?
I'm feeling like
who wins this game? What's your score prediction?
The Chiefs. I'm always going to say the Chiefs. For the Chiefs, I'm going to go 32-24.
I definitely have the Chiefs winning this game as well. I'm thinking like a 28-17. Yeah. Not only do I think they win, I think Andy's hearing all the conservative talk. He's tired of hearing it. I think they win.
The whole talk last season was we scored 30, but never over 30. So I think they're going to start out with 32 and be like, make a point and be like, we're going to put some points on the board. So,
or I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I think Arrowhead week 2 is going to be really fun. So
yes, that it is.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really, really interesting. But yeah, I have the Chiefs winning by over 10 on Friday. So I cannot wait for us to go to Brazil, which they should be landing shortly. Let us get this win on Friday so we could just enjoy a weekend of college football.
NFL Brazil just posted all the Chiefs fans at the airport. Yay.
Oh, that's so cute. Let us get this win so we can enjoy college football on Saturday and NFL all day Sunday and be stress free. Then boys be back on the plane on Saturday and hopefully make it back to Kansas City by Sunday morning. So yeah,
it's a stress-free weekend, please, Chiefs.
God bless America, please. We beg. We
are begging.
Everyone game 6, the playoffs.
You left me traumatized. They left me traumatized.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, y'all. This has been fantastic. If you are on, like I said, please make sure you thumbs up and like. If you are on YouTube, make sure if you are on Twitter X, you are retweeting the show, sending it to all of your friends, doing all of the things. Please make sure tomorrow, which is Thursday. Oh my goodness. You check out the OG Hour with the gang. They will be talking more Chiefs football as we get ready to get into this Friday matchup. We are 1 day away. Not 24 hours. That's coming soon. We are 1 day away from this game. Thank you for hanging out with us. Make sure you're following me and Lexi on all social media platforms. Make sure you're following the Kingdom Queens everywhere. We are literally on every single social platform. So there's no reason to not find us, like us, retweet us, share us. So until then, we will see y'all next Wednesday. Y'all have a good night and go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. Bye, y'all.